Hello everybody, Bobster1984 here again. I'm here to talk about Newcastle United's game at home to Wolves yesterday, which ended in a very disappointing 2-0 defeat. And I do find it hard to believe because Newcastle were fantastic in the last two games in terms of putting on a good away performance away to Derby. More or less didn't have the majority of the ball, but we were clinical when we needed to be, which was the perfect away performance. And then we absolutely destroy QPR 6-0, and everyone is obviously getting their hopes up, typical Newcastle, and we go and lose 2-0 to Wolves, who obviously have done a job on us. But from what I watched of the game and things like that, and I genuinely think Wolves deserved it, and Newcastle were really, quite poor and lethargic in areas yesterday. The goals we've conceded, obviously it's an own goal, but there's not really much Mbemba could do about it. But a lot of the time yesterday, we gave too many Wolves players too much time on the ball. Too many runs, long runs from their half to into our half, getting into near our box, and you're thinking to yourself, "How weird? What's going on here?" That's not a trait that I'm used to seeing from Rafa Benitez, but I don't know what's going wrong in terms of the rotation policy. I don't know whether or not that's the problem. I know he only made 3 changes yesterday, but is it getting to the point where you're finding a settled starting 11? Is it the case where there's too much disruption into the team? I'm not saying, obviously, I'm not a world class football manager, and I'm not here to say that Newcastle or criticise, because you kind of criticise after the run that we've been on. But maybe the rotation all of the time is part of the reason. I don't know. But I do think that Newcastle were obviously going to lose at some point. That would be nice to have went on a run until the end of the season, but let's face it, it's not going to happen. The Championship is too hard a league to think that you're going to just piss all over it and win 6-0, every game. I'm really disappointed because, at games like Wolves at home, you should really be winning. I know we're Championship and things like that, but we should be beating teams like that at home, and I just don't want us to now go into the next 2 games, which are the 2 hardest of the season, and for me, Villa away and Norwich at home. The 2 other sides that came down with us. I just don't want to go to them 2, and go on a bit of a run of not picking up the wins, and then obviously the doubt will start to come in and things like that. But I think overall, we weren't good enough yesterday. Wolves deserved the 3 points. Well done to Wolves, and another fantastic turnout by the away support. Absolutely brilliant, and that's what it's going to be like all season, because I've said it before, Newcastle, I know it sounds stupid, but Newcastle are the Real Madrid, the Barcelona of the league. We are the top draw in that league, and that's no disrespect to Norwich or Aston Villa, in terms of how big their clubs are. But Newcastle are the favourites for it, and Newcastle are obviously the biggest draw in that league. And I'm hoping that, obviously, it's only a minor blip. We do get a chance, obviously, to put it right again on Wednesday, and we'll play them in the cup. But if I'm being brutally honest, although I'd love a cup run, I'm not really bothered. I'd forfeit a cup run for a good couple of results against Villa and Norwich. So yeah, obviously I'm a disappointed Newcastle fan, but hold my hands up and fully admit that Wolves were the better side from what I've seen and of the game, which nowadays isn't very much, because obviously with me not having a season ticket, I don't obviously I wasn't at the game myself, and I have to rely on what snippets I can see, but that's what it is. I have to try my best to do a review, but I've read as much as I can on it, and based my opinions on what I've read and what I've seen, and I just genuinely think that, is this rotation policy starting to have its ill effect. But I don't know, and I'm not criticising Rafa Benitez at all. Before anyone, watches this video and says, "Oh, he's already, on a downer," I'm not. I'm just saying that could be the reason. Anyway, my name's Bobson1984. This is a fairly rambling review for the Newcastle 0 Wolves 2 game yesterday. So keep an eye out. I will be doing a preview for the cup game, and I'm going to be doing some more previews for the FIFA career mode that will be starting as soon as the game comes out. So keep an eye out for that. And also, I just want to mention that that if you are a regular viewer here, thanks very much for taking the time out for subscribing or making comments on any of the videos that I've uploaded over the last year. It all means a lot to us, and I haven't really been on the ball recently with these videos, but I will try and obviously rectify that for the rest of the season. So thanks very much for sticking around, and I'll see you all later.